This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. It is the morning after the night before since Saul Canelo Alvarez overcame Billy Joe Saunders to become a free belt champion at super middleweight, joined now by John Ryder. John, straight into it, what did you make of Canelo's performance and his win?
First things first, let's give credit to Billy Joe. Do you know what I mean? He calm, he made it a fight. At the time of the stoppage, I think I had it level, maybe one Canelo one up. But a very close fight, and just shows you, like, at the top, the small margins, and why Canelo is a pound-for-pound star.
You just had a brief chat there with David Diamante in passing, and you said one of the things that you can't see on TV is kind of the small details that make fighters such as Canelo so special. Can you just elaborate on that for everybody who weren't a part of that conversation, who will listen to this interview?
Well, yeah, I was lucky enough to be in Florida in December and watch Golovkin up close, now Canelo here. And you just, what you don't see on the telly is you just see their hand and their head movement, but you don't see what they're doing with their feet, getting themselves in distance, getting themselves out. And when they do get out of distance and they step in that bit further, so they're not where you thought they was before, it's special.
How would you assess the fight last night then, just going through from the beginning up until Billy Joe wasn't able to come back out for the ninth?
I think it was good work by Mark. Like now you know the extent of an injury, you know that probably saved his eyesight, and I mean, no money is worth your eyesight, do you know what I mean? So I know he would have liked to have gone out on his shield, but listen, you've got to be saved from yourself at times, and Mark did a good job.
Canelo said after the fight he wants Caleb Plant to become undisputed at 168. Just your thoughts on how you think that fight would play out if it was to happen next?
Pretty similar, I believe, if not quicker. I mean, Plant's good, he's great with footwork, he's a big lump, but just think he'd open himself up more to get hit by Canelo.
John, there's obviously a number of fighters knocking about this week. Obviously, once again, just going back to that conversation with David Diamante, he said to you, do you want a piece of that? Would you want a piece of Canelo?
Of course, yeah. You want to test yourself against the best. Listen, I'd love to have gone in there with Golovkin. Obviously, he's down at middleweight, but I'm in a super middleweight division. I believe I beat the number one last year in Callum Smith. And listen, I still would like to test myself against the best in the division now, so I'd be well open to it.
Having watched Canelo last night and Billy Joe Saunders, how would you approach a bout with somebody like Saul Canelo Alvarez?
Well, I think you just got to try and hit him harder than he hits you, and try and do him some damage. But listen, it's one of the things you can go in there with a plan A to plan Z. Do you know what I mean? But he adapts and he overcomes, and you've got to do the same. I mean, you got to study greatness to try and be great. And I think people need to take note. And it's all very well just watching drilling certain fighters, but just be an open book, watch all these fighters and just take something from all of them.
Right, John, I appreciate your time. I know you've got to shoot off in a second to catch your flight, so I appreciate your time as always, and thanks for speaking to Boxing Social. Safe travels back.
It's good to see you. Thank you for having me.